Abandoned buildings and empty properties costing Illinois taxpayers millions of dollars. It's a big problem impacting Jacksonville, the home to the abandoned Jacksonville Developmental Center. While the solution may seem simple, sell the properties. Tonight, in part 2 of our News Channel 20 Working for You special report, why laws are preventing these properties from selling and why cities say they've done everything they can. It's time for the state to change.
Our community park is about 82 acres or 62 acres. And then the state property is about 100 acres. So it's a big parcel of land. Moving forward after they closed, buildings deteriorate. In my estimations, they're not salvageable now.
Now, nearly 20 years after it closed, the Jacksonville Developmental Center sits empty. Windows boarded up, barricades blocking roads.
I grew up really close to this property. It is a frustration because I saw it when it was really good. And I think it could be a good again.
Not to mention it, along with 10 other surplus properties, are costing Illinois taxpayers millions of dollars.
Maybe the taxpayers need to stand up and yell. Stop wasting our money.
But that's easier said than done. According to the Department of Central Management, quote, changes to the State Property Control Act would be needed to give the state more flexibility and efficiency to convey or sell surplus properties like the Jacksonville Developmental Center, end quote. The current law, it requires 3 appraisals and then averages them to come up with a price. The state isn't allowed to sell the property if a bid is less than that price. The property, however, can be given to a local body of government, but only with legislation, something the Jacksonville mayor says they, along with the county, have been offered several times.
I know the state would be willing to throw us the keys right now, but we can't do that because I know the liability and the getting those buildings torn down would be the price tag we just couldn't absorb as a city.
Then state law says if local governments don't want it or can't take it, it goes back through the process. The property stays on the state's finances until, quote, a bid of at least the determined fair market value is received.
We've used every tool we can to us. It's in our enterprise zone. It's in the opportunity zone. If we can get some buildings down and some state help, we're ready to create a TIF there to encourage development. We've got a plan ready, the city, but we can't do it without the state's help.
We reached out to state lawmakers for an interview, but we never heard back. Senator John Connor introduced Senate Bill 60 in January. That would allow the state to sell these properties for less than market value. But until that or a similar law passes, taxpayers are left footing the bill.